In this video, we're going to show you how you can share and print the NoteDex cards that you've created. Let's take an example of a physics flashcard deck. And let's say we want to share this flashcard deck with our students or another friend. All you have to do in order to share a whole stack is that you will go to the menu at the top, the three icons, and you click the share stack option. That will bring up a menu where you can see the URL created to copy and share to your friends. You can also set a password, an expiration date. You can decide which groups people can see, and you can allow them to actually edit the stack, even if they don't have a NoteDex account. Pretty powerful. You can set the standard or organizer view, depending if you've chosen that. And you can even change the background to one that. So in this example, let's say we're going to keep the background. We're not going to let people edit the cards. And just for this example, I'm not going to set a password. It's switched on by default. I'm then just going to copy that link, and then I will send that to a friend. For this example, let me just pretend I'm in a different browser on a different computer. So I'll open up a private browser window here, and we paste in the URL. So as you can see, this is sort of a long URL with a very unique code, which is unique to your stack. Once you load that stack, it's going to download the information. And depending on how big the stack is, it might take just a few seconds to load that information. It's now loaded, and let me open up the stack. And we can see here, the stack is available for your friends to see. Notice that the menus are much more restricted, and we only have this in a read-only mode. So when your friend clicks on the first card, they won't see any of the edit functions, and it's just a card there for them to view. They can take a look at the back, but they can't do anything more than that. If we go back to the main application, let me close this window. Now let me say that I just wanted to share a particular card. You can also do that. When you open up the card, there is a share icon at the very top of the card, and that allows you to share the card only. So now we see a similar pop-up come. You can allow or not allow the person to edit the card. And this time I'm just going to share and copy that card link itself. Now let me open up a window again, and I'll show you what happens. And as you can see, that particular card is now shown and shared with your friend. This is great for sharing information to colleagues. If you're involved in a project or you're in a class, or you want to get somebody just to review some of the notes that you're taking. They don't need a NoteDex account, and this share feature is very secure. The identity that is created is a random code, and you can also secure it, as you saw before, with a password and an expiration date. Now let's show you how to print your cards. This is quite common if you're wanting to take your flashcards and want to print them onto index card paper, and or to create a sort of a 2x2 view of your cards. In order to print, you must first actually save the data to a PDF. So you click the save icon and you see a number of options. You can save your cards as a zip file of images. That's kind of useful if you want to put them into a PowerPoint. We're going to show you how to do the PDF, and you can also just save the text of the cards in a TXT Word file. Let me show you what we do when we do a PDF. When you save as a PDF, you have a number of options. You can print cards on one side of the piece of paper, on both sides. You can even format the cards for Avery 5388 template paper. You can format them with the borders if you don't have Avery 5388 paper. you can still actually make your own and cut them out, or you can create a view of 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 cards on a piece of paper. Let me show you what happens when we do an Avery 5388 order. And in this example, I want to show and print both sides of the cards. What will happen here is when we do the export, it will create a PDF in your downloads folder. Let's open it. The first page will show you 3 cards, which are the first front of the first 3 cards. Then the next page is the back of those first 3 cards. And then you'll have the front of the next 3 cards and the back of the next 3 cards. So this is very useful if you want to sort of just create your own flashcards. You can cut them out, and if you've printed them out with a double-sided printer. Let me show you another example of the different format types that you have. We can do a 2 by 2 or 3 by 3, which is kind of nice if you're working in a project. And let's just say in this case, I'm going to do the front of the cards only. And as you can see here, we just get a nice sort of storyboard kind of view. As I mentioned, you can also do the same for a specific card. When you do the save options, you can save that card as an image, save it as text, but also you can copy the image. And that's nice if you want to paste that into an email, just the image of the card itself. Or you can post it, say, to social media or something like that. Okay, that is everything that we wanted today to show you about printing and sharing from NoteDecks. Please explore these options and let us know what else we should do to improve the app. Thanks very much.